Now, I, Anushka, is going to express my views on online education. In online education, we can learn with our comfort at our home.
But Anushka, in some villages there are not so internet facilities. We have to, even in online education, the proper facilities are not provided of internet.
Yes, I agree with your point, Janvi. But in online education, we can get resources from many things. And nowadays, I think that the government is doing much for this and taking that everyone is applicable to take the internet. Everyone can take the internet. So now I think there is very little bit problems like this we have to face.
But in online classes, some students are just bunking it, and even teachers don't know what they are doing while it just off their camera and doing something else.
Yes, it is true, but for this we can also make a rule. The teachers can make a strict rule that the camera should be on. Like if you know that in the pandemic how online education have helped us, how we have learned at our home.
But then also teachers can't teach us such a manners how in offline classes can teachers teach us.
Yes, we are not strictly forbidden to it, but in that we can, our parents can have a strict role on us.
But some parents are very busy. If they don't have time then,
If they don't have time, the students should also have the spirit that they should do it.
but some students don't have that spirit.
Yes, that's their fault. This will not help them, but they should have it. And one more thing I want to remind you that in the offline education, it is a lot of time wasting, time consuming because of the transport we have to go anywhere. And in the online education, we can sit at our home, or if we are going anywhere else, we can take classes.
In online education, it's not in offline education, it is only we are doing our exercise, okay? And in online offline education we can ask any query without any internet problem to teacher.
We can also ask in it in online education because the Google is for having all the information. It's very correct also.
But the teacher explained them very quietly, and someone is not having if someone is having the shyness, the ma'am will come and explain her to came out his views or his or her views.
But in the online education, no one will have the shyness because they can only enroll. They are only to enroll on the Google.
But Google will not give such best answers. There are thousands of answers in that. We are not having such a minds to find one and correct answers.
Yes, but we can find the most appropriate answer which goes to us, which we can learn, which is in our language. And one more thing, we can see it in English and we can also translate in Hindi and then understand it with our mindness also. And we can take help from our friends.
What's about our eyesight?
Yes, we should not use the screen time more. We can learn with the books also. When we have any doubt, we can use the phone.
Excuse me, it's online education.
In online education, we have books.
Online classes. Then we are online. If we are looking the books. What about our eyesight? It will become very tired. And if we like close our eyes, then also our eyes will burn.
Yes, it is a very good point. But in offline education, we also have that time wasting and all that we cannot participate actively much.
Why not?
Because
If any someone is coming, they help us how to we should come out. How we can our points can came out from our mind.
But in online education, everyone will get the chance also. That's also thing, the same thing which will happen.
But in online classes, we can't see such a students. Teachers are also not able. If some teachers are having so much problem in internet.
Yes, it's their fault. They should try the best. But in the offline also we are having some problems like that we have that if we have to go anywhere, we cannot attend the class. And in online education, we can attend it from anywhere around the world.
That's a point. But when we will go to school, the teacher will explain with their point of view. They will explain with expression and different so many times how we can't. We will ask many times. We will ask with our feeling which we are having.
In that online class also we can ask and we can see the videos of that things.
Even
understand it more greatly.
the teachers, how the teachers will see we are asking the silly questions or what. If we ask silly questions to Google, it will not apply, so it will not give answers so correctly. But if we will ask that questions to teacher, ma'am will just scold us or ask that question or explain us, don't ask such a silly questions.
Yes, if we know, it's our understanding that why we are asking the silly questions. We should learn from our main to main things. Now, why to ask silly question from the Google?
But our students are not like us. Everyone are having the different logical.
Yes, it's also a good point. But that what we can do about it. But the online education helped in the pandemic also, when we are all the schools were closed, everything was closed. We are was just sitting at our home, and then we are actively studying it.
Only us. Not all students are like studying so actively.
Yes, that's their fault. But we can study now.
But in offline classes, teacher round in our class and see every students are talking what they are. Every students are studying or not. They round in class or take, even they are taking tests. Some students cheat in online classes.
Yeah, that's the point you are take.
It's my point. Now
Yes.
give the answer. Give the answer of that.
Yes, in the online education we can cheat, but if we have the spirit, if we want to become something, we should not cheat, and for that we have to do it.
We are not we are not talking about online education only between us, with whole universe. Like everyone are not thinking like us. Like we have to study with a high spirit or whatever it is.
Yes, it's their fault, but we can try our best to.
We can, not all of them.
Yes,
Yes, they can try, but they will not.
their parents should also have the focus on them.
But in offline education, the teacher will mind them or they solve their queries.
In the online education, we can have our own study schedule. We can get more time for revising it and whatever we want to.
But
And we'll get many material from that.
you are right. But in offline classes, the teacher will teach more correctly. No, not correctly, like more fluently. If there are sometimes there is so much internet problem, if there is not, but then also little bit it there.
But if we skip the school for one day, we have get so back. But in the online education, this is not like this. We can download the videos, save the videos, see the previous lectures which have done in the class.
But in online education, they Google or anything it is this. They will not teach in the method of teacher.
Yes, but we can see that teachers can, we can ask doubts in the that section also.
Even we are having our 0 period or 8 period to ask queries to teachers if anyone is absent. So why not they use that?
But I don't know why the offline classes not use that. But one more thing, in the offline classes, the teacher is very much busy. That's why we cannot use it, because teacher cannot give us the whole lecture again. But in the online classes, we can take the whole lecture again, and how many times we want, we can say it. 10 times or 20 times, how much?
If we will tell to teachers, ma'am, I didn't understand, can you please me again? The teacher will. They will not say, no, I will not make you understand.
But in an online education also, we can go back or 10 second, 20 second, how much we want, and can see it again, can listen it again. And in online education, we can also have the videos of it, 3D videos.
That's your point. But teachers are only teachers. No one can make understand us same as teachers.
Yes, you are correct with this point. I agree with your point. But internet can also help us. I think I am agree with you that it cannot take the place of teachers, but it can help us, and the teachers can also help us on the internet. Teachers can also teach us on the internet. We can have a phone call and anything we want.
Yes, that is right. I am not saying of online education is wrong. I am saying without except online education, we can use offline education, because teachers are very attractive or very pay very attention in that.
In online education we have less fees. In the offline education we have so much of fees. It's very costly, and some people cannot afford it because it's very much of costly and time consuming, and the distance also, student get tired from that. And
For studying, distance didn't mind. We have to go for study in school. We have to understand what teacher is teaching. That is all of the point what I wants to explain you.
but when we will go a long distance, it will take 1 or 2 hours. In the 1 or 2 hours, if we are studying at home, we can study whatever we want and will not get disturbed by any other one. Because in class there are 30 students, I think minimum 30 students, and the people and the teacher cannot give attention to all of us.
Why not? She will. Ma'am know who are giving attention to her or not. Ma'am will make them stand up and ask what are you doing or what were you doing. That's all.
But I think that online education can also teach us how the offline education teaches us. It can also, we can also do everything like in the online education as we can do in offline education.
Yes, we can, but not as same teacher.
The same teacher can also teach us with the videos, with the video calls, and that's all.
When teachers teaches in online classes, understand me first, Hannah. Really? But some students or their family members come in between online classes. There is so much background music or what background sounds. It is really very like mind. They are disturbing us.
Yes, but in offline classes is the same, because whenever another teacher wants to come in the teacher, or in online education we have to go to principal office. That is a very long route. Then in the online education we can go simply.
Offline education we can play in school. We are still, being very bored by sitting in home. Even you have already seen in corona some students are being like bored. If we are going in school we can play, we can talk to our friends. We will we can make a circle and talk together in lunch period or do lunch together.
In the online education also, if we are having a joint family, or we are in the online education, we don't have to go school, so everyone can stay together, live together, and then the family, we can spend time with our family, can have the lunch with our family also and play with the family. That was a great fun.
But if there are so many family members when you are taking your online classes, just think it, okay? There is so much background sound. Then what will you do?
We can go in a separate place or ask them to be quiet. But in the offline education also, it is having the 30 students, they are talking, they are making noise, we will be getting disturbed. And if there is any free period, if the teacher is absent in the offline classes, it will waste our time. But in online education, if there is a teacher absent, then no online education, and that time we can revise.
We can go in also games when teacher is absent, but it is not like that. The students are creating so much indiscipline. They are having such respect because so much teachers there are in our background, in other classes, in dash classes. That's all.
Yes, in online also we can not make. We can also play games in the online as well. Not on the screen time. We can play it with our friends, family members, and that's all.
If even I wants to tell you about your last point, you are saying I will go in separate room, okay?
Yeah.
But some small cousins or whatever they will not listen to you. They will really come in your room.
Yes, this is a very big issue which we face in the online education.
Hmm.
It is also in offline education when we are at home, because we also have to come at home now. When we come at home, then also they come disturb us.
But in when we are going to after taking so much online classes, on some just things, some students are cheating, okay, and we directly go to if the now offline class and there is an exam. So what they are very tense for that.
Yes, it's all because of their fault. But everyone is not like that. Some students like us do not cheat. They want to learn it, want to understand it, don't want to cheat it. That's why they will not have any that tensed. They will not be tensed.
I'm explaining you this point every time that we are not talking about only us. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of children who are there in a universe or a world.
Yes,
We are talking about that.
it's not our fault for that. We can't do anything for that.
But we can do, we not only we, teachers can do everything for on offline education.
In offline education, I think many people do cheats. I have seen in my class also.
But not as a not as a like searching on Google like this. It will consume. It will also consume a lot of time.
Yeah, but on online education, we will also learn, and we can in the online education where is profit. We can learn many materials. If we can download notes also, and we can learn many things.
But our teachers are teaching us so good. So which I would like to conclude myself on my topic that teachers are the one of the most important part of our life. They will teach us very good and they are most important. Thank you.
Teachers can also teach, or internet can also teach. If we get them together, then it will be the best thing that we can learn. How we can learn.
We can use both of them in our life. Thank you.
Thank you.